about that? Oh yeah, they was talking about that. What? Oh yeah, she said what? For real? Man, nah, forget all that. I'm about to go listen to the Don't Play My Head podcast. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We all in your head like the beat in the headphones. We giving you facts, they serving up gossip. They know that they dead wrong. R.I.P. take off, watch how we take off. Out of here, gone, finito. Out of here, gone, finito. We the hot topics, we step in the room. Know when it wins, but how you doing? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jennifer West, and I'm here with Don't Play in My Head podcast. Let's get it started. Today, I'm actually going to introduce myself more just so y'all can know who y'all dealing with, who's really in your head, who's in your ears while you listen to the podcast. So let's get it in. So pretty much I've had a lot of people ask me like, where you come from, where'd you come from before this and all that stuff. So I'm really just gonna break it down. I'm originally from Asheville, North Carolina. I've been out here in Atlanta for a little bit over 9 years doing hair. A lot of people know me for doing hair. It's been a lot of fun. It's my passion, so I'm very passionate about doing hair and giving back to the community. And shout out to my girls. We just did a fire Juneteenth event yesterday. It was very successful, giving back to the community, so that's part of me too, just giving back. Going a little bit deeper, this salon I just opened up recently. It was a great motivation for me to finally, show my actual professional skills, not necessarily hair, but just the business skill side. So a lot of people ask me like, how did that come about? Where did I come from before that? So just breaking down my journey from where I'm at right now. Before this, I was at a salon suites for 4.5 years, just doing my thing, grinding, hustling. Didn't have a car at first, just had to really get on my grind and hustle while being out here in Atlanta, which a lot of people will do. A lot of people move here to Atlanta just to grind, and it was part of what I needed to do, and that's what I did. So I would just tell anybody and everybody that places I worked at that I did hair. Every job I ever had, I had a customer, just whether it was a coworker or whatever, and just word of mouth. And some people I still do to this day that are from like 2016, 2017. So it's really dope. It's been really exciting. This has been a fun journey. I am here by myself today. I normally would have extra guests or co-hosts in here with me, but I thought this was important for me to just let y'all know who I am and who you're listening to. So back to the journey. I would like to just let y'all know I'm the youngest of three kids. I have my brother, he's the oldest. I have my sister, she's the middle child, and my brother lives in San Francisco. My sister lives in New York, and I'm here in Atlanta. So my parents, my dad doesn't do too much traveling, but my mom, she always travels to come see us. So they've been a great motivational piece to me as I have just came up over the years. Family's very important to me as well. So no kids, no man, no, not yet, but it's coming one day, but it's definitely no rush. That's where I'm at today. Back to the journey. I get a lot of questions. I actually want to pick up one of my questions real quick. So, one of the main motivations. So, one main motivation was just being out here by myself, was getting to the grind, not having to struggle. I think a lot of people do that when they're trying to be hustle mode entrepreneurs. And once again, this podcast is for the audience of the entrepreneur and the hustler mindset people, which is a lot of us, but not everybody does have hustle and entrepreneurship skills. But based on that, when I was just younger, when I was like in middle school, my first hustle was selling cookies, baking cookies. I would see, the bake sales for school. I'm like, what? They just selling cookies? So I got on my grind. I'm like, I'm about to sell cookies too. Cookies was one of my first hustles. It was just something I was motivated by. I'm like, so they're at school baking cookies and selling them. I want to get part of this, but I need my own money. So it was just something I caught on pretty quickly. I bought some $5 Pillsbury cookies, baked them, and sold them. I've been an entrepreneur ever since, just trying to get the hustle. Then when I had to ask my parents for $2 because I want some candy and stuff like that. So it's just always been fun to me to just have my own or figure it out on my own and just be kind of a figure out, go getter type person. I get a lot that I am like a leader. So I definitely pride myself in having like leadership skills and doing that. But actually having this salon, no cap, was like the biggest leadership role I ever had to really put myself in. And so it's been really good. The first few months, I didn't have like too many girls in there working with me, but now I got like full house, and it's really cool because everybody's on good vibes. It's good energy, and they like the leadership. I'm assuming that they're under because most people, if you're at any type of job, I'm sure we all been there. At any type of job, if you ain't got the right leadership, you're not going to be productive. You're not going to want to come to work and be around other people. So I feel like I have definitely finally got that niche and done right with it. But of course, I got a lot more to learn. And people, that's why I'm letting y'all have this introduction to me, because if you ever encountered me or text me or call my phone or whatever, I'm gonna have a certain way I might approach you or whatever like that. So it's just stuff I'm still working on. Definitely not perfect, but it's been very exciting. Um, Back to a little bit other motivations in my life, like high school. I think we all have a little high school story. I actually was senior class president, and Miss Asheville High had a few different little achievements back then, but I just felt like those were important to have and go through while I'm who the person I am now. And like sometimes I get people from high school, they'll still, what's up, class president? But I'm like, no, we're not doing that. That was back in '07. So but people, I think, still definitely obviously look at me as a leader, and that's cool. I don't want to disappoint anybody or whatever, but it's just I definitely had to be a follower before I came a leader for sure. Yeah, so y'all get to know the leadership part of me. Y'all gonna get to learn the business part of me. Y'all gonna get to learn the casual, cool part of me. It's like it's different people in here, but y'all gonna get to know everything as we talk. So I definitely want to. I forgot. I definitely want to shout out my engineers that are in here. Auto engineer D and Mr. Julian. They are really on their stuff. These are the top notch of the top notch. So I'm very grateful for them and this podcast getting to be where it's at. Just all hands on deck, pretty much. I will give you all a little bit more information about some of my college years. College, I actually went to school in Alabama, so it was pretty slow. Being in a slower vibe was it was cool, but like day of graduation, I literally walked off stage and left. It was because I felt like the school was good. It was I first went to Alabama State. Go Hornets. I was at HBCU. It was really cool and being at a historical black school. That's pretty much what I wanted. I wanted that experience, and it was fun. But I ran track at Alabama State too, which is D1. So they are the SWAC's best, literally. Um, it was definitely a great experience. I always been an athlete, and actually got a academic scholarship, not the athletic scholarship, but it was it still worked out. That being in college, being away from home, it was a good experience for me. Just just being on my own, didn't have no friends in Alabama. I wanted to be as far away from home as possible. That was the goal. Because in high school, it's like being under your parents, you just got to follow all the rules. And I knew when I wanted to go to college, I want to be away from home and away from the rules, and that's what I did. But it was fun. It was a good experience being in Alabama and not being in a super fast paced city, but more slow city and more family oriented work areas, which was very cool experience. I like I learned the most about family being in Alabama, so we'll talk about those topics as well, which will get a little mushy when I have my other co-host, so we can have a good dialogue with that. I want to also dive in and dwell into. Let me see what I got on here. Give me 1 second. Good people. Okay. Well, also wanted to dive into mainly a good reason about why the podcast is about to start and getting started up. It's just there's several podcasts you can listen to, obviously, but I feel like this one is going to be very good for the entrepreneurs and hustlers because we have the entrepreneurs, we all go through stuff. We all, that startup process, the maintaining process of your business or whatever you got going on, and of course, just building the building process of it as well. So, yeah, I am going to next light up this blunt because this is a session and it's about to get real. Not gonna be too long in here today, but it's just still gonna be real with your girl Jen, also known as Genuine and Jen Setter. All of those names do apply. I hope you all liked the introduction music. It was fun putting that together. But yeah, this was the first blunt of the day, y'all. So y'all gotta bear with me. Uh let's see. I wanna also talk about, let's see. I think I talked about those other two topics. Let me make sure I'm staying on order. Okay, yeah, okay. I don't know if you all can really actually see the artsy stuff I have here. Being from Asheville, North Carolina, just a little extra note about myself. It's a artsy town, real artsy city. So I'm not an artist myself. I mean, I might be artsy and creative when it comes to doing hair. But as far as like painting and stuff like that, I'm not really that creative. But I love the artsy art. Respect the arts all the way. Paintings, drawings, all that type of stuff. So hopefully y'all see my gallery in the back. It's not what I did. A lot of people like to ask me, do I draw? But no, I don't draw. I just call myself like an art collector. I respect the arts. I love it. There's several different artists. I can't even tell you who is who, but I definitely have clients, even young boy clients. Literally, a young boy was like, I recognize that piece of art. The artist actually came to his elementary school or middle school, and so it's just art just brings people together. I feel art, it's a great discussion type thing, and just understanding about why somebody drew something, or the colors they chose, the picture they're trying to draw out, the message they're trying to show. So I feel like art is very important in all aspects of life, and everybody should respect it. Like I said, once again, I don't draw, but I feel like being a hairstylist, I have been an artiste in some type of way to many different people. I get another question. I'm just thinking like literally questions off the top of my head that I get a lot. So one question I get is like styles and stuff like that. The diversity of clientele I have. So I really appreciate the diverse clientele I have, like how I got them. It's basically word of mouth for one, being quality for two, but being genuine. And that's what I pride myself off of, being my name. So that's spelled with a G, but spelled with a J, because it's obviously word play on words. But it's just you gotta be genuine about with people, and how you, when you meet different clients, everybody's not gonna be the same. You can't, not to me, you can't get the same person, or you can't get different people the same hairstyle. Like, that really pisses me off when I see that. So that is throwing shade to the people who give the same hairstyles to different people. You can't do that. Everybody's different, and that's how you should really run your business. And that's why people will respect that, because everybody's personality is different. So when it comes to my creativity and artsy vibes, is I get to know the client. I get to know, whatever they do in life, their family, relationships, whatever. And I kind of find a style that's gonna fit them, and more likely they're gonna love it. So that's why people always come back too. So take notes, ladies and gentlemen who do locks. Stop giving people the same pedal style. You can't get no man no pedal style unless he want the pedal style. Otherwise, you gotta switch it up. So we're gonna get on that topic another time too. I like sports. I think a lot of people, when they follow my Instagram, I think my Instagram and my Facebook, they kind of see that I like sports and going to sporting events. I don't really like know every what's going on, but I just like watching. So I feel like that's fun activity to be in the sports world. The NBA finals this year was actually pretty good, I thought. So it was a good team that won. Go Denver. And then I think football was early this year, in February. That was the who was that won? The Jets. I mean, it was the Jets and the in Kansas City. Yeah, that one. Thank you. So yeah, I like watching, but I don't, like I said, I don't know everything, everybody. Oh yeah, the Eagles. Oh, oops, my bad. I said the Jets. It's the same color, so I just know the colors are the same. But yes, you're right. It was the Eagles. My bad. So my bad, Juice. I know my boy Juice loved the Eagles. They are fire, and yeah. Let's see. Music. I wanted to talk about some of the artists I like. I enjoy listening to. I like Drake. I feel like everybody should be able to relate to Drake. And if you don't relate to Drake, I don't know what type of music you listen to because Drake is the man. And we can go tit for tat for that. We can argue about that. Anybody can relate to him, female, male. It don't matter. That's what I think. I've been to a few Drake concerts actually. Well, one he did in Vegas in 2019, and then one he did in 2020. Like a week later, I still went to that same show in Vegas. But Drake is lit. He's one of my favorite people. I like R&B music as well. So y'all hear some different little music, hopefully in between, or some segments that we'll talk about music, talk about lyrics, because I'm very lyrical when it comes to who said what and why they said it and how they said it. So that's what's going on with that. Let's see, comedy stuff. I'm just random topics that y'all just can get to know me with. Random topics. Y'all see a lot of comedy stuff like that in my salon. I like comedy. Like, I don't do too much drama stuff or slow stuff. So I like to make sure the laughs are going for any and all vibes and ages. But one of my favorite comedy shows my favorite comedy movie is Baps and Black American Princesses with Halle Berry. These are just some little stuff y'all gonna need to know, because when I bring up stuff, it's always gonna come back. Like, literally, I bring up old movies and stuff like that all the time in conversation. So don't be where you will be shocked about, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time, or I haven't seen that in a long time. So that's part of the vibes when I present to people when it comes to the shop and or just whatever. Those are just random, like, good conversation pieces that I like to use. I also think, what else I want to talk about? Another question that comes up a lot to me is one email I recently got, a recent email, was about collaborating. Somebody was wanting to do a collaboration. I guess they were like, how did you do this? How did you start this up with this, that, and the third? But I feel like all information is out there for everybody, and I don't mind giving information because information has been given to me. But at the same time, I'm that type of person where, like, you have to put some type of effort in to understand or to know or to get the answer that you want. Nobody should be thinking for you. Like, that's just something I feel like if you want to know something, you got to go find it out. But that's how my mama raised me too. So my mama raised me. We want to ask her how you spell something. She would say, go look it up. She want to tell us nothing. So I feel like I do the same thing. Like, you got to use your brain to get some stuff done. But there are some stuff that you just don't know, or you tried it, you couldn't find out. That's reasonable information to give out. But a person like me, no, you got to at least use a little common sense. Even though I know common sense is not common, you got to use a little common sense to get some stuff done. So take notes. I'm giving y'all all kind of nuggets right now that y'all can use that's going to be very beneficial. I get the questions all the time, and I got the answers. So it's up to you to listen. I hope you all are enjoying your day. Hope you all are enjoying your week. And hope you got some plans for the rest of the month. In the summer, hopefully. Like, it's going to be a lit summer, 2023. It's up. It's lit. I ain't trying to be outside, so I'm not going to say I'm outside. I'm trying to be inside. I don't got time to travel this year. Last year I did all the traveling I really wanted to do, and it was fun, but I'm inside this year. Like, y'all can have it. There's too much going on. We're going to talk about them topics too when I get my other people. I got clients that do everything, and that's what I'm really excited about this for. It's really not just for me. I'm just trying to get y'all this introduction. I got clients that do everything. Got a story every time I see somebody, whatever their profession is. It could be a nurse, they could be a police officer, they could be music, they could do anything, and everybody got a story. Everybody's in their own individual lane, and it's just really cool to get to know them and hear their stories and how they maneuver throughout the week and day with their lives and what they got going on. So I'm very excited to introduce y'all to those people and what they got to say about stuff, running businesses. I'll give one situation in particular. I literally got two clients that have restaurants, but I have many clients that are chefs and cooks and stuff, but two different clients that don't know each other, but they both started like their restaurants at the same time. One's in a federal building, so it's not really open to the public. One is open to the public. So, it's two different type of monies there. One of the restaurants during a bad weather incident, their pipes busted and got frozen. But of course, got insurance stuff like that. But they had a bad situation. They had to actually let their restaurant go. It's really messed up. But the person at the federal building, not saying they had a situation, but when COVID hit and stuff like that, their situation, nobody was working in the buildings. They couldn't make any money. So there's different situations and how people maneuver through these things that really that's why entrepreneurs and hustlers, we're motivated a different way. Because things can happen, but you still got to stay afloat. Even though the guy lost the restaurant, he still has still entrepreneurial mindset. It's not the end of the world. So he's working on his next venture, and I think that's awesome because that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens sometimes in business, and or just your goals. Something can get in the way, and you got to figure out what to do next. So I'm excited about, like I said, to bring those people on board. Y'all really listen to them, hear their stories, hear their advice, hear their struggles, and hear their successes. So that's the main thing when it comes to them, and they'll probably be on once every other week. I'm trying to keep this up to give y'all episode every week, and I have like a guest every other week or whatever's going on, but keep y'all updated and motivated for sure. Like I said, I'm sure we'll get like emotional when it comes to like, talking family and relationships and religion, all type of stuff like that, which I am a Christian, so don't come up in here with nothing other than anything else. I know I'm a smoker, don't judge me either, because we don't do that. But this is gonna be fun. I'm very excited. We'll be introducing products to you all. Just all kind of stuff, just different brands, just so you can all support people that's not even on a platform too big right now or needing help with that. I got like one of the girls yesterday, Erica. She has Easy to Brand. It was awesome. She came out showing her stuff, showing her clothing, apparel. Very nice out here for the Juneteenth event. So this is a place where this is growth for everybody. Nobody's stopping nobody. Nobody's stopping nobody's money. This is a place for growth. And that's what it's gonna be. That's gonna be the vibe. That's gonna be what's coming in the door. What's sitting down at this table. So y'all got to stay tuned. Y'all got to keep your ears plugged up. And we're not gonna play in your head. That's just the thing. Like the name we don't play in my head is. I think we all said that before. If you got your hair done, you're like that person played in your head, or I don't let everybody play in my head. Like we've all said those type of terms. So the reason why I came up with that saying is like we're gonna be talking about different topics, right? And we just don't want to, like, when you hear different topics talked about whether social media or you hear different topics talked about on TV or celebrity stuff, whatever, however you get your news, like that topic could be like playing with your head. Like, I heard this, I heard that, I don't know what to believe, this and the third. So mainly this platform, this podcast is to make sure that you hearing the truth or you hearing it a different way that's more understandable. Because we're not playing. Like this is all about getting to the bottom of it, and just trying to discuss everything. Honestly, like that's what I'm really interested in doing. Talking about all topics that will help you learn and grow, and be a better entrepreneur and hustler if that is your vibe. And if you're not, you're trying to be. You want to be. Like I get that. Like everybody wants to be a hustler. Everybody wants to have their own, but you might not just have it. Some people just love the 9 to 5 or whatever's going on. But this is a podcast where you can learn. You can step out that box if that's what you want to do, or that's what you're trying to do, or you've been thinking about doing. So it's not for everybody, but for the most part, this is where it's gonna go down. So, and this would be it, y'all. Really had a lot of time. I had a lot of fun talking to you all. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully hopefully letting y'all get to know me. I'm getting a little tongue tied because I'm tired. Holla.